Your boy MC. Oh yeah, and I'm blinging this time. Just a little bling or something. So, man, let's look at this new law that came out like less than 2 weeks ago. Gavin Newsom, hey, supposedly, allegedly, maybe had shredded some documents. Let's check out these parental rights. School just started. My son had his first day of college. Man, y'all finna see some shocking news. And like someone asked me earlier, is I'm still drinking juice? Yes, yes. And I think I like the lighting like this a little bit. I still do juicing. So now let me get this first video up here just to give you an idea of where we're going this evening. So check this out. And I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. Feel free to hit that like button. And the first one up to grab is this one. Check out this.
Just because you put your kids in school does not suddenly mean the government has the right to be a surrogate parent for your kids. We saw this at the Supreme Court recently in their Mahmoud case, where they clearly said that it's up to the parents to direct the upbringing of the kids and not the state. We've seen
Fair use. Ain't that something?
California, though, try to insert itself as a surrogate recently. But what we're seeing with parents is that when parents take a stand, especially parents of faith, things happen. We saw this in Encinitas ISD. A mom gets up and says, my fifth grader came home with this book telling him to question his gender. He had to read this book out loud to his kindergarten buddy. Then when they asked for an exemption as being a people of faith, they were told, no, you can't do that. Well, I'm happy to tell you we filed a lawsuit on this last year.
Woo!
And even though we're in the state of California, we were given a preliminary injunction at the federal court level in California saying, if you are going to do this in Encinitas, you have to tell the parents that you're sending a book and you have to give them the ability to opt out if it goes against their faith. The issue is this is so important that parents know their rights. They know what's going on. They know how to protect their kids. Just because you put your kids in school does not.
Now, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that there? They seen it happening in cases. See, the government wants to be a surrogate parent. Now, what is the reason for this bill? AB 495. Let's take another look at it right now. And our girl Melody King did a hell of a show on it. So we're gonna listen to a little bit of her, and then we're gonna jump to this other video because her show is real. Woo! It puts some heat to the firing pan. Check it
and
out.
make medical decisions without parental consent to your child.
So
We're talking about
Reach,
tell you why nobody's
no due process.
Trying to take custody and
so here it is.
heads up, California parents, there's a really bad bill making its way very quietly through the legislature that will allow any adult not related to your family take guardianship over your child without telling you, without any due process, without your consent, by simply filling out a form. This particular bill really needs our attention. It has already passed the Assembly. It is going through appropriations right now, and then it's going to go to the Senate. The bill is AB 495, and it's part of Democrats' plan to Trump-proof California. And the idea is
It's part of a plan. Golly. I don't even want to say what the plan is, but is that really the plan? It could be.
is that if a parent is deported or is detained and subject to deportation, another adult can basically take over guardianship of the child. But the bill is written so broadly that it's not limited to the children of parents who are subject to deportation.
Maybe the state might can take over too. And it's written broadly. It is no telling, because if the state can do some, hey, I'm just saying that supposedly and allegedly, just circumstantially. Imagine if the state can take over the due process of such a decision. They already didn't gave our kids permission at 13 to make critical decisions coming to the related to the health care and the sexual health care and these puberty enhancing things, but check out the rest of this story. The rest of this story is gonna really get you. So I'm gonna speed it up.
Adults in California can take guardianship of any child in California, including your children. I know what I'm saying to you sounds too crazy to be true, but look, this is the form. So it says here in item number 6, check one or both. So basically it says, I have advised the parent or the person that has legal custody of the minor to authorize me to take over the medical care and education decisions. Or they can check the second box that says, I am unable to contact the parent. So for some reason they can't get a hold of the parent, they check the second box, and nobody is checking to make sure that the parent in fact was deported, or this adult that's trying to take custody over this minor child is safe. Basically what we
Woo! Woo, boy! I mean, this is really something, man. Let me put this over here, man. I'm saying, woo! They just all hell breaking loose. I gotta call it like it is. That's what it seems like. All breaking loose, man. I gotta put that in the chat. Oh man. Uh, so man, they got the form already ready. A form is actually ready. That's what they insert inside legislations too. So let's listen to some more. And man, fair use. Thank you for Melanie King for putting this content out there.
are watching happen in real time is state-sanctioned child trafficking.
You hear that? This isn't some fringe conspiracy. This is written into law. Any adult, and I mean any adult, can file a form and suddenly they have guardianship over your child. No consent, no due process, no warning. That's not just government overreach. That's state-sanctioned child trafficking hiding in plain sight. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear how deep this thing really goes.
As if California couldn't get any worse. Tell me why Democrats just passed AB 495. I'll tell you why nobody's talking about it, because Democrats are trying to sell this as a family safety bill in order to protect immigrant children if their parents are ever detained. But without knowing it, it is shredding your parental rights over your children. So here's everything you need to know. AB 495 proclaims that it is trying to help immigrant families plan childcare if a parent is detained by ICE. But on the surface, it says that. What does it say beneath the surface? What they're not telling you is that this bill actually allows any unrelated adult with a signed affidavit to legally take custody and make medical decisions without parental consent to your child. We're talking about neighbors, teachers, clergy, even strangers who claim to.
And the reason why I believe that this bill is so easily to craft, because things of this sort of nature has already been going on, especially like in the adoption agencies and courts. And if you don't believe me, research it yourself. Guardianship has been like, things that have been going on. Let's take, like, even with your own family members, they have forms where you can get guardianship on a child or a family member, or over someone's career. Do y'all remember the Britney Spears thing? It is just so way out that you can be that wealthy and entertainment and just have one nervous breakdown or something, and from out of nowhere someone can swoop up and take over your life. This is what they're talking about, and it's deeper than this. Let's listen to the rest of what this guy is talking about.
Have a mentorship relationship with your children. No background check, no court oversight, just one page and boom, they are next of kin. That affidavit lets them authorize immunizations, mental health treatment, even gender-related care, all without notifying their biological parents. Meaning your child could be taken for treatment and you will have no idea it ever happened. court records are locked down, confidential, and withheld from non-parties. That includes you, the parent, and you want to keep tabs on your kids? Good luck. Even Heritage is warning that this opens the door to child.
So y'all know what? Just feel free to go over there and check out the rest of that Scream on Melanie King show. Uh, a lot of us be whispering, like at the break room and at work, and that things are this is going on. Individuals at Kaiser, at White Memorial, at a whole lot of these hospitals. You can see a lot of these memorial hospitals, a lot of the regular hospitals, the general hospitals, the county and state facilities. Hey, and and uh and then I'm really and then the administrators know that some of these people know that these type of laws have been taken in place because I have experienced it myself, and I experienced it with my loved one. So I know that these kind of laws are already inserted to kids being 13 already can have permissions to get condoms, puberty enhancing pills, uh, birth control, all kind of stuff without the parents even knowing. But now this and that music that she's playing seems real nefarious. So let's see what this other Scream is talking about. And this other one right here that I had, that was Melody King's show right there. This other one, it's the Tony Perkins show. Should I check out that one? Or let me see. Yeah. All right, this is the Tony Perkins show. So we're gonna check out this one right here, and then we're gonna wrap it up real shortly. This just to give you an idea of what's going on.
Whatever happens in California, it never stays in California. And whether true or not, that is precisely why we often take note of what is happening.
So, fair use. This is the Tony Perkins show. I'm gonna speed it up, but if you get a chance, read that little blue description he got over there.
In the Golden State, and whatever it is they're doing, coming out of left field, we want to keep an eye on, even if it's something that's unimaginable in other states. Well, there's a bill right now in California that's getting a lot of attention. In fact, critics are saying that it obliterates parental rights, and that somehow it even creates legal loopholes, making child kidnapping easy. Is that just hyperbole, or is it reality? Well, joining me now to discuss this is Gina Gleason. She's the director of Real Impact. Gina, welcome back to Washington Watch. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm so glad to be with you. Thank you for having me.
All right, we've got to get straight into this. So just give us the lowdown about this bill, AB 495.
Well, it's just as you described it, Jody. It's as simple as a person printing an affidavit off of a website, signing out the form, presenting it to school authorities or child care authorities, and saying that, now, I am here to pick up this child, and I have the authority to do so. This form does not require a parent's signature. This form has a checkbox that this fraudulent caregiver can check and say, I tried to contact the parent to tell them that I wanted to be the caregiver, but I couldn't reach them.
Can you do y'all hear what's going on? See, because like it seemed like it was just yesterday that it was all about like don't have strangers pick up your kids and this, that, and other, all kind of things. They ain't doing. And look, it's gonna be a bill. It's gonna go on a ballot, and guess what? And when it hits the media, it's going to be crafted as this is the way. They probably already made a commercial for it right now. So really, my audience, y'all need to be aware of this bill. Let some of your friends and family members, cousins, nieces, them know that this is on the horizon. They're doing all this to push that blue. to push that blue envelope. So, wow.
It's that simple.
Whoa. All right, so what's the makeup of the California legislature, specifically as it relates to this bill? What is the perspective of this bill actually passing?
Well, they have a supermajority, the Democrats, and Republicans are in the minority. So usually the Democrats get pretty much everything that they want, unless we as the church, as conservatives, stand up and speak up. And that's what we're trying to do with this bill. If we make enough noise, if we get enough attention, they will back off. But it's
So let's give it enough attention. And I got one more video that's coming up. This one right here. This guy, he's from California. So let's go over there and check out the Tony Perkins show. And this video right here, this is this guy. He's from, I always see his show. Hey, his show is right here. Yeah, Carl DiMaglio. So let's check out here. So check out this show. This is the guy. He was I believe he was a legislator, Carl DiMaglio, Reform California. So let's check it out. Okay.
California liberal politicians are at it again in Sacramento, this time with a dangerous new law that they're advancing, Assembly Bill 495, that allows complete strangers to take custody of young minor children without parents consenting. Coming up, we'll tell you all about this dangerous bill, all the misinformation that surrounds it, and what we're doing to block it. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state legislator. And the bill I'm about to talk to you about, I voted against. It's Assembly Bill 495, and it is truly heinous and atrocious. It does allow strangers, non-relatives, to take custody of minor children away from parents and make all sorts of important decisions, including healthcare decisions, for those children.
So, Phil, Reform California, so feel free to go over there and check it out, y'all. So I'm gonna be speeding it up because we're already 17 minutes and coming up on the 18-minute marker. And wow.
We're going to get to the provisions of the bill. We're going to sort out undocumented people in the state. Section 6550 of the family. So, Assembly Bill 495 is mistitled the Family Preparedness Plan Act of 2025. And it basically says that with all these undocumented people in the state, who we are authorizing to play these roles. For purposes of this.
So what I just did, I skipped it up. So feel free to go over there and check it out. But this is some of the paperwork that he has on this bill. Y'all, this is like a real serious bill. See, I went right there. See, these are the different sections of this bill. Do y'all see it?
A government code is amended to read a caregiver's authorization affidavit that meets the requirements of this part, authorizes a caregiver 18 age or older who completes items 1 through 4 inclusive, and signs the affidavit to enroll a minor in school and consent to school-related medical care on behalf of the minor. So this bill gives someone who meets the criteria that I'm going to lay out in just a moment the ability to transfer a child, enroll a child in school, and authorize medical care for that child. It says a caregiver who is a relative or non-relative extended family member has the same rights to authorize medical care and dental care for the minor under Section 2353 of the Probate Code. So that's a relative or non-minor. The medical care authorized by this caregiver, who's a relative or non-relative extended family member, may include mental health treatment. What sort of mental health treatment are we giving these kids?
Now think about think about it. That's a lot of power. I mean, no background check. We already have these phones where for the last week out here in California, this phone must have blipped at least 3 times. I don't know. Within like the of just 7 days, I at least had 2 or 3 beeps on this. So with this kind of bill, wow, this kind of bill, man, whoa, this is a this is like, man, do we really care about the well-being of these kids, or is we open the window up for, hey, we'll flip the bill on this because shoot, us being Californians, we just happen to got it like that. Y'all know what I mean? We just got it like that. So because a non-custodial parent, um, is it gonna matter like how much money they make, or is it another caveat and stuff? So feel free to go over here to Reform California and check out, man. I'm finna check out the rest of this thing. Hopefully I can give y'all some more on it. And we're gonna watch one more page of this bill. Give me a second.
Did you know you can use AI to create voiceover audio? Natural Reader.
Always
AI voice
commercial when you're
generator
coming
is
up
the
on a
easiest way to clone
Wi-Fi.
your voice for commercial. Did you know you can use AI to create voiceover audio?
See?
Natural Reader. AI voice generator is the easiest way to clone your voice for commercial.
Go down here to who we are authorizing to play these roles. For purposes of this part, this section, the following terms shall have meanings. Person is any individual. Oh, wait, corporation, partnership, association, the state, city, county, zip code, city or county, or any public entity or governmental subdivision, or any other legal entity. Boy, that's a person is very broadly defined here. Non-relative, extended family member. So you would think that non-relative, but they're a member of the family? Well, what does that mean? It means any adult caregiver who has an established familial or mentoring relationship with the child, or who has an established familial relationship with a relative of the child. So, but back up here. It means any caregiver. And again, that's just a term of like, I'm going to care for this person. That's someone saying, hey, I'm going to be the caregiver. That's all you have to do is say, I'm a caregiver. I'm going to provide care. Who has a familial relationship. Okay, we could probably say, okay, if you're a family member, all right, at least we're in the ballpark. But what is this? Or mentoring relationship. What is a mentoring relationship?
Coach?
Very broadly.
Yeah. Yeah, mentoring relationship can mean coach and stuff like this. Look, I'm going to allow y'all to look at the rest of this page. This is what he's reading.
Defined. That's any stranger could say, I'm mentoring this person. What's the definition of grooming? Just asking, remember? All right, at least we're in the ballpark. But what is this?
Look.
Or mentoring relationship.
Or
any other legal entity. Boy, that's a person is very broadly defined here.
So, man, a person is well defined. It's like just in that first chapter, that first sentence. I mean, golly, look at it. Just look at that first sentence. Man. That first sentence is something else.
Have meanings. Person is any individual. Oh, wait, corporation, partnership, association, the state, city, county, zip code, city or county, or any public entity or governmental subdivision or any other legal entity. Boy, that's a person is very broadly defined here.
Wow. So, yeah. Yeah. So, man, that was an amazing piece of legislation that they put in front of us there. So, man, hey, just go over there and check out these channels and pages. But that darn bill, man, that paperwork. Wow. So I might, wow. This bill is like, hey, it's some more stuff out there. It's actually some more stuff out there. Because look, research this bill. Tell your friends about it. Let them be. Tell your clergy, your church, your mosque, uh, your school teachers, your coaches, and some of them about it. Check and see if some of them is for it, or do a show on it yourself. If you're over 35, you 35, or you got some skills and things of that, or got that old telemarketing voice, hey, get on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and start yourself a show. Until then, your boy MC is up out of here. You know I had to wear that OG golf hat, and my son is going to start his second day of going to college, and I may take a trip with him to make sure he can tighten up some of his classes because he got a long span, a 3 hour break. So I got to see if he's doing the things that he's supposed to do. But he had a relaxed day down there, he told me, and he did like the experience, the independence, man. So with that, so when I asked earlier as I'm juicing, yeah, you see how fast. This is strawberry, blueberries, uh, spinach, garlic, and lemon juice, and bananas. So remember, recovery is an inside job. Recovery is an inside job. And until then, I'll get back.